Before we get started, I just want to give a quick disclaimer that these pairings are completely based off of my own opinions and interpretations of the characters. There are plenty of Disney princesses who could have fit each member of the main six, so it is completely okay if you would have chosen someone different. Just remember to keep any disagreements kind and constructive in the comments. For this project, I redesigned the main six as Disney princesses while using their Grand Galloping Gala outfits as foundations for each dress. When I began the series with Twilight, Fluttershy, and Rarity, I was mainly choosing princesses based off of visual similarities instead of personality and lore-wise. I focused more on color palettes, dress shapes, hairstyles, and overall aesthetics for each design. But once I reached Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Rainbow Dash, I began pairing them up more with the latter. I will also mention that in each drawing, I will be talking about some alternative princesses who may have suited the characters better from a storytelling perspective, even though I did not use them in the final design. This is mainly just for the first three. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe if you enjoy character redesigns and animations. It would be really appreciated and help me continue to grow as a creator. Now let's get started with Twilight Sparkle as Cinderella. For Twilight Sparkle, I decided to pair up with Cinderella. This is one of the pairings that began almost entirely based off of visual similarities between their dresses. Twilight's Grand Galloping Gala outfit already has many of the qualities associated with Cinderella's ball gown. Both designs use cool shades of blue, a large formal dress, elegant gloves, and a magical appearance. I kept Cinderella's recognizable blue palette while shifting it towards the darker royal blues, periwinkles, and purples associated with Twilight. This allows the dress to resemble Cinderella's gown without losing Twilight's original colors. The stars covering the skirt come directly from Twilight's gala outfit and her connection to celestial imagery. I wanted the darker sections of the fabric to resemble the night sky, while the lighter areas create a feeling of starlight spreading throughout the dress. For her hair, I combined Twilight's recognizable dark blue, purple, pink colors with a more elaborate royal hairstyle. Her golden crown is representative of her crown after she returns her first crown, which was her Elements of Harmony, back to the Tree of Harmony. And she gets her second crown later on. Also, for her horn, I gave both of the princesses, or both of the unicorns, their horn, but for the Pegasus, I didn't give them the wings because I didn't feel like I felt like it would muddy the image. Although Cinderella was my choice visually, I think Belle would have been the strongest option for Twilight from a personality and lore perspective. Twilight and Belle both have intelligent, curious, and deeply interested in books. They can become so focused on learning that they sometimes separate themselves from the people around them. Both characters also feel slightly out of place to their original environment and eventually discover a much larger world beyond what they've already known. Belle also values intelligence while learning and learns to look beyond appearances, which fits Twilight's growth as the Princess of Friendship. However, because I was mainly focused on visual sides of this project at this point, Cinderella's blue gown works much better with Twilight's gala outfit. For Fluttershy, I decided to pair her up with Rapunzel. Like Twilight and Cinderella, these pairings were originally selected because of the visual possibilities. The most obvious connection is their long hair. Rapunzel's hair is one of the most recognizable parts of her design, while Fluttershy's long pink mane is equally important to her silhouette. Instead of changing Fluttershy's hair to blonde, I kept her original pink color and made it even longer and more flowing. I decorated it with small flowers referencing the flowers that were braided into Rapunzel's hair during the Lantern Festival. The flowers also fit Fluttershy naturally because of her connection to animals, plants, and the quiet forest environment. For the dress, I used green, turquoise, pale blues colors from Fluttershy's Grand Galloping Gala outfit. The upper section is shaped like a butterfly, connecting it to both her cutie mark and the butterfly details in her original gown. The skirt is created from overlapping leaves and petals. The flowers become more concentrated near the bottom of the dress, giving the entire outfit an appearance of the garden. I also placed her in a forest setting, which you see in the gala episode at the end of season 1, where that's pretty much her whole episode is spent in there. However, from a personality and lore perspective, I think Snow White would have been a better match for Fluttershy. Snow White is gentle, soft-spoken, caring, and immediately trusted by animals. She finds comfort in a cottage surrounded by woodland creatures, which is extremely similar to Fluttershy's home and lifestyle. Both characters are kind even when they're frightened. Their strength doesn't come from fighting or physical power, it comes from compassion, patience, and their ability to bring peace to creatures around them. The main reason I didn't choose Snow White was her color palette. Her combination of dark blue, bright yellow, and red didn't fit the softer colors I wanted for Fluttershy, since I was still prioritizing the visuals at this stage of the project. Rapunzel gave me more opportunities to use the long hair, flowers, leaves, and pastel colors. Rapunzel still worked well for Fluttershy because both began their stories sheltered from the larger world. They may be nervous about leaving their place, but they feel safe, but they find the courage to move forward. Next up is Rarity, who I decided to pair with Belle. This pairing was mainly inspired by the style and silhouette of Belle's ballroom gown. Rarity's Grand Galloping Gala outfit is already very dramatic, layered shapes, so Belle's large formal dress gave me the perfect structure to build from. Instead of using Belle's traditional yellow palette, I kept the bright pinks, purples, and gold colors for Rarity's gala design. The skirt is formed from large overlapping sections of the pink fabric, the pale gold layers appearing underneath. Belle's dress uses soft draping across the skirt, so I adapted those shapes into more exaggerated petal-like layers that feel better suited to Rarity's dramatic fashion sense. I added deeper purple around the bottom of the dress to connect the outfit to Rarity's mane and give the design a more visual weight. The small jewels around the hem make the gown feel luxurious without distracting from the larger shapes. Rarity's mane is arranged into an elaborate curled updo that combines her signature hairstyle with Belle's formal ballroom look that's over her shoulder. I also kept the feathered decorations from Rarity's gala outfit because they add a theatrical high fashion quality that defines her character. Rather than recreating Belle's gown exactly, I imagined how Rarity might reinterpret the dress as part of one of her own collections. Belle also worked reasonably well for Rarity's personality. Both are intelligent, ambitious, and interested in experiencing a life beyond their small hometowns. Belle wants more than her provincial life that is expected of her, while Rarity dreams of entering the glamorous fashion world of Camelot. Or Canterlot. Camelot? Why did I say Camelot? I've been thinking about... Merlin was a great show. Anyway, however, I also think Aurora could have been a strong option for Rarity, from a character and fairy tale perspective. Aurora represents elegance, beauty, romance, and the classic image of graceful princess. Rarity is similarly drawn to refinement, royal events, dramatic romance, and everything she considers sophisticated. Plus, in the show leading up to the gala, Rarity fantasizes about having her own prince. You see this in the second episode, Ticketmaster, and in the final episode of season 1 in the Grand Galloping Gala. Aurora's pink dress would have also matched Rarity's gala palette extremely well. The overall design could have leaned into Rarity's love of glamour while still preserving the bright pinks and purples already present in the original outfit. In the end, I chose Belle because the construction and layered shapes of her ballroom gown gave me more to work with. The pairing allowed me to create something large, detailed, and theatrical, exactly the kind of dress Rarity would proudly wear in a royal event. Next up is Applejack. This is where my approach to the series began to change. For the first 3 characters, I focused mainly on visuals, but by the time I got to Applejack, I had already fallen into the rabbit hole of thinking about personality, story, and lore, which led me to pairing her up with Tiana. The strongest connection between Applejack and Tiana is their work ethic. Both characters are hardworking, practical, independent, and committed to building something meaningful. Tiana dreams of opening her own restaurant and works constantly to make it happen. Applejack is devotes herself to Sweet Apple Acres and does everything she can to support her family and preserve their home. Neither character waits for success to arrive through magic. They believe that dreams require patience, dedication, and effort. For Applejack's dress, I combined Tiana's green color palette with the earthy colors and western details from Applejack's gala outfit. The darker green fabrics of Tiana's gown I sort of incorporated, but mostly just focused on Applejack's gown instead, with the brown bodice representing leather to keep the design grounded in her earthy tones. Applejack decorations appear throughout the outfit, including the bodice, the apple necklace that she wears, the earrings, boots, and hats. Applejack is not wearing a crown, and she's wearing her signature cowgirl hat, redesigned to look slightly more fashionable and suited for a formal event. I added decorative shapes and an apple accent, but kept the familiar Western silhouette because her hat is such an important part of her identity. The long green sections of the skirt allow her to move freely. Applejack would never be willing to wear a gown that made it impossible to walk through an orchard or help her work. I also kept the rope at her waist and added Western-inspired boots, so she still looks prepared for practical work. Applejack and Tiana are also strongly motivated by family. Tiana's dream is connected to the memory of her father, while Applejack's devotion to Sweet Apple Acres comes from her love of the Apple family and the farm. Both characters also have to learn that working hard does not mean carrying every responsibility alone. Their ambition is admirable, but their relationships are equally as important. Their shared combination of dedication, family loyalty, honesty, and determination made Tiana one of the strongest personality-based pairings of the entire series. For Pinkie Pie, I decided to pair her with Ariel. This pairing is based much more on personality than appearance. Ariel is energetic, curious, emotional, and fascinated with anything unfamiliar. Once she becomes interested in something, she wants to discover everything about it. Pinkie Pie has the same overwhelming excitement. Her curiosity is often focused on other ponies. She remembers their birthdays, favorite foods, and things that make them happy because she wants everyone around her to feel included. For this outfit, I still used Pinkie Pie's gala outfit as the main foundation. The enormous round skirt that comes directly from the exaggerated cupcake-like silhouette of her gala outfit. I kept the bright pink fabrics, large bow, candy decorations, layered ruffles, and playful sense of movement. I then added more of... well, not really. I wanted to say I was going to add some more blues and stuff for Ariel, but let's be honest, Ariel wears pink, and she should never have changed to her teal outfit. Hot take. The striped blue and white bodice resembles the bright patterns found in Pinkie Pie's original outfit. The blue bands beneath the pink section of the skirt help break up the design between all that pink. Around her waist, I kept the colorful candy shapes from her gala dress. However, I guess you could also make a resemblance to all the shells and pearls and small treasures that Ariel might have collected from the human world. Pinkie's large bow remains the center of the bodice. The smaller bow on her hat adds a theatrical, party-like appearance. Her hair flows outwardly in a large, uneven, updo ponytail, almost like a giant pink wave. Ariel and Pinkie are both driven by curiosity and a desire to connect with others. Ariel wants to understand the human world, while Pinkie wants to understand every new pony she meets. They're also highly emotional and sometimes impulsive. Their excitement can cause them to make decisions before considering every consequence, but their actions usually come from love, wonder, and enthusiasm. Pinkie's constant cheerfulness can also hide the fear of being forgotten or excluded. Ariel experiences similar feelings when she believes that her family doesn't understand what she truly wants. Visually, the dress remains unmistakably based off of Pinkie's gala outfit. Ariel's influence appears more through the added extra colors, treasure-like decorations, and most importantly, her personality. Next up is Rainbow Dash. She was the most difficult character to pair with only one Disney princess because I had two in mind, Merida and Megara. Merida represents Rainbow's independence, competitiveness, athleticism, and refusal to let tradition decide her future. Both characters value freedom and become frustrated when others try to control how they behave. They're talented, stubborn, adventurous, and determined to prove themselves through action. Megara represents a different side of Rainbow Dash. She's sarcastic, confident, and emotionally guarded, and much more loyal than she initially allows others to see. However, when I was originally designing this, Megara is not I don't think she's officially considered part of the Disney Princess lineup, and because of that, I was slightly hesitant to present this as Rainbow Dash being directly combined with her. So I decided instead I treated Megara as an additional Disney heroine instead of influencing her design. Her main visual contribution is the Greek-inspired aesthetic rather than Rainbow Dash wearing a direct recreation of her outfit. The gold laurel accessories, wrapped gold straps, sandals, and flowing fabric all represent the style associated with Megara and the worlds of ancient Greece. The rest of the gown is still based off of Rainbow Dash's Grand Galloping Gala outfit. I kept the large rainbow train, but opened it in front so Rainbow can still move around freely. The pale blue dress underneath represents what her coat color looks like, while the rainbow fabric preserves the most recognizable part of her original gala design. The clouds surrounding the edges of the train make it look like the rainbow stretches across the sky. Merida's influences the practical construction of the outfit. Rainbow would never choose a heavy gown that prevents her from running or flying, so the design remains open and athletic despite its dramatic shape. Personality-wise, Merida reflects Rainbow's fearlessness and independent exterior, while Meg reflects her emotional defenses. Rainbow often uses her confidence, humor, and sarcasm to hide insecurities. She wants every pony to believe that nothing frightens her or hurts her. However, her loyalty proves how deeply she cares for her friends. Just like Meg, she pretends to be unaffected, but she will risk everything when someone she loves is in danger. Merida represents the part of Rainbow Dash that refuses to be controlled, and Megara Megara represents the guarded friend whose sarcasm hides incredible loyalty. Together they capture both sides of her character really well. And with that, these are my designs for the main 6 as Disney princesses. Using their Grand Galloping Gala outfits as foundations, Twilight, Fluttershy, Rarity were originally paired with Cinderella, Rapunzel, and Belle, because I mainly focused on the visual similarities. However, Belle may have suited Twilight better lore-wise, Snow White probably strongest personality matched Fluttershy, and Aurora probably would have worked beautifully with Rarity. And with Applejack, Pinkie Pie, and Rainbow Dash, I focused more on personality and story, even if their visual appearance weren't quite the same, especially with Pinkie Pie. Ariel, I don't know. I will leave it up to you guys. Applejack and Tiana share their work ethic and devotion to family. Pinkie Pie and Ariel share their curiosity and emotional energy. Rainbow Dash combines Merida's independence with Megara's sarcasm, guarded emotions, and loyalty. These are only my interpretations, so let me know which designs were your favorites and which Disney princesses or heroines you would have chosen for each member of the main 6. Please remember to keep any disagreements kind and constructive in the comments. And be sure to subscribe for more character redesigns and animation projects in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.